Maroon's dining bliss began when this place opened, an old-school neighborhood French bistro, perfect for a dreamy, heartwarming meal. It's on Noe Street in San Francisco, and it's called L'Ardoise Bistro.
So my name is Thierry Clément. I'm the chef and the owner of L'Ardoise Bistro. I was born and raised in France. My parents have a butcher shop, and that's where I started to learn to love food, where I started cooking when I was 15. L'Ardoise means the blackboard, the chalkboard, where traditionally in France and in Europe, people write the special of the day. We try to bring to the table what everybody would expect out of a French bistro, like the coq au vin, where the sauce cooks for hours before being perfect. But also we work a lot with a beautiful Californian seasonal product. So I was very lucky to find this very old place, dusty and rustic, but I was happy because I was able to do all the painting, varnishing of the wood. And it's beautiful to be here today and then to realize what I bring together. The very rewarding thing is like when people are leaving with a big smile on their face and they wave at me and say thank you, and this is what we work hard for.
All right, Maroon, now first off, I have to say that I think I have a cool job. I get to eat, drink, and travel for a living. You are a concierge to royalty. Yes. I mean, that is cool.
It is cool.
Yeah.
It is cool. Not a day is the same. Yeah. Some requests that come in are pretty much insane, but
your job is to say yes.
It's a very colorful job. Yes, absolutely. I enjoy it very much.
Contest at the table.
Yeah, you win the job contest. That's right. Now, how did you stumble upon L'Ardoise?
Literally by walking right across the street and looking at that cute little space before it even opened, and just wondered, that would be a perfect space for a cozy restaurant, whatever the kind is. And then sure enough, a couple of months later, L'Ardoise opened up. That space had a lot of failures before, so a couple of Mexican restaurants tried and didn't really succeed until they came in. So, oh my God. We sit down for our first meal. I will never forget this. And it was a group of about 4 people at our table. And the restaurant was busy. It was a busy night. And everybody was just so jovial and happy, from the staff to the diners to the chefs. Just like everybody was having so much fun. So much so that we ended up meeting the people at the table next to us, and we were
very close.
We were very close. It's not hard to do. But we took it one step further, and we started exchanging plates with complete strangers.
That's a little too modern for me.
You know what? I know. And then we were having wine, so everybody was happy, and
He's
we were all
food swinger.
Yeah.
Just,
we were all best friends.
These
all of a
kids
sudden.
today.
But it tells you also about the kind of restaurant it is and the atmosphere that's there. You just feel at ease, and you just want everybody to be happy, and you just love everyone all of a sudden. It's going
and what you say about the space, it was such a great use of the space. It's warm, it's red, it's got the chalkboard.
Right. So it definitely has that ambiance and that atmosphere.
Totally.
But the chef came over from Fringale, Thierry Clément. So, I mean, what's the food like to you?
I don't know what the word for seesaw is in French, but it was sort of like some was great, and there were some things in the details that didn't quite work. However, we had a group of 6, which is a big group, and they did a good job of accommodating us in that space. And I would say on our table, I did the best because I had the tiger prawn ravioli.
That's so good.
It was
That's
really good.
Yeah.
It was dill, and it was so fresh.
I would go back next time and order a double order for my dinner.
Right, you enjoyed that so much.
It was spring on a plate.
Good. Right.
And I had the halibut after that, and that was made with, hello,
we have the same.
So you wouldn't even have to switch plates.
No,
that's right.
The 2 of you.
I had the halibut.
And what did you think? I thought it could have been, it had lobster sauce, and it was on pureed potatoes, I think. I thought it could have been really rich, but I thought it was kind of light.
I objected to the pea sprout that they had.
Really?
Because you know why? The pea sprout is coarse, and then it's also too chewy, because the halibut and everything else is very soft and delicate. But the halibut was cooked perfectly.
Right.
It was
and what
really
about
good.
things like the coq au vin? And they have, quite traditional dishes as well.
Absolutely, and the duck
Foie
like
gras
confit and the foie
Yeah.
gras, and I mean, the sole is to die for.
The foie
and-
gras, I have to say, I didn't have it, somebody else did, and I was a little jealous, but it came with toasted brioche. And you know, there's brioche and there's brioche. It was almost like pound cake consistency, the brioche, and it was grilled a little bit, and it had sea salt and pine nuts and marmalade. I mean, it was, and the foie gras, I'm sorry, San Francisco supervisors, but it was foie gras. But
We just talk about foie gras. I
right,
love it.
exactly. But it was unbelievable. That I would say overall the starters really fantastic.
And you need a glass of Sauterne, of course. They have a nice, well-chosen wine list
Really
of French
great
and
wine list.
Yeah,
You know,
and
not that-
California wines.
It's moderately priced, I think, but so far, every time we've been there, every choice has been remarkable, wine-wise.
I would say though, for the entrees, the one thing, and it's again the details, but this is kind of a big deal, I think, is someone ordered, you know, the classic Bistro hanger steak, and someone else ordered a ribeye, and the hanger steak was supposed to be medium, and the ribeye was supposed to be medium rare, and they switched the cooking temperatures.
So did you send it back?
No, because you know, in that type of a
Right.
group, if we send them back, they soldiered through.
Right.
And but if you send it back, then you know everyone else is kind of like
take a while.
vamping on their
And-
cooking
yeah.
while everyone else is
Right.
trying to catch
And
up.
what about service? Because again, you know, this is a small space.
Oh, the
This
service is wonderful.
Great.
Stellar.
Absolutely professional and warm and really, really good.
And in terms of what you spent, did you feel like, because this is not an inexpensive place.
It's not.
No.
It's not. With wine, it gets high up there, but to me, every bite is worth it because it's worth its weight in gold.
All right, Maroon, this is your spot, so give us a quick summary.
I think if you're looking for an enchanted dinner with French bistro fare, then look no further than L'Ardoise.
Fantastic. And John?
I think it's a really warm and inviting space. I'm just not sure the food would invite me back.
Okay. And Rhoda?
I pretty much feel the same way, although I think it's very charming. And I might go back there because I love the tiger prawns.
All right, if you would like to try L'Ardoise Bistro, it's on Noe Street at Henry in San Francisco. The telephone number is 415-437-2600. It's open for dinner Tuesday through Saturday. Reservations are recommended, and the average tab per person without drinks is around $50.